the law's getting down. Because I'm like, that's who even thinks about Australia, and now it's just fucked, and it's not even stopped.
Those skies are orange.
That shit looks like, I'm like, damn. That what America's gonna be worse. That's just a wildfire. That's not there's no nuclear fusion involved in that thing. There's no atoms being split. God damn.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation.
Yeah, they're basically, this has been the key enterprise of Esau, to basically remove the blessing from us and place it upon himself. And that's his main objective. And he's trying his best, but it's something that can't be attained. But then that basically leads into all these hatred and why he so fervently opposes everything that Jake represented out here, man, and has done his best to destroy them. But this is the thing well, go on. Someone hold Acts 7. Oh, I'm gonna 5, man. It says the one that's if the Lord's with us, no one can oppose him. Acts 5:39.
That the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance.
Yeah, men are trying to make it so, and the thing is they came close. You know, the name, and the thing, this is a thing that comes from the Spirit. Because basically us knowing who we are, hey, the Lord can have that understanding come like that. So it's like, no matter what Esau did, regardless, it's on the Lord's clock, man. Whenever he wants, bang, he can raise Israel up to his point. So it's all in vain. Go on.
For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee, the tabernacles of Edom.
Yeah, that chief enemy, man. All them Esau, the head leadership of Esau, all sitting there, and that's what the objective is, man. Destroy them niggas.
Yeah. And of the Ishmaelites, of Moab.
Yeah, Ishmael. That's who's linking up with America as far as it goes economy-wise, man.
Yeah.
That petrodollar, that controlling oil through the Middle East. That's the cornerstone of the economy, man. A big part of the economy shift and move by the price of fucking petroleum, and that's tied to the dollar through basically the link up with Ishmael.
Yeah, just on a preset. This is Numbers, the 22nd chapter, and this is the 9th verse. And the Most High came unto Balaam and said, what men are these with thee? And Balaam said unto the Most High, Balak the son of Zippor, king of Moab, have sent me unto thee, saying, behold, there is a people come out of Egypt, which covereth the face of the earth. Come now, curse me them, peradventure I shall be able to overcome them and drive them out.
Yeah, man was eager. He was fervent for that blessing against Israel, man. And that's how these nations get, man. These men link up, then they're just thinking, they're looking for our downfall. Because this is the thing, and this is the essential element that's been lost from the average nigga's brain. Is that you're basically you are the one of the heirs to the kingdom that's going to rule this place forever, man. That promise has been made unto you. That's you just need to step up and do the work to inherit that. But they're just doing everything in their power to separate that reality from Jake's mind, man. Because that's the only way, man. These guys are looking. It's like, as far as their methodology goes, they just go, look, we just got to destroy all these niggas or make them so bugged out that the Lord wouldn't even want to deal with them.
Yeah, but that's alright, man. That's because they're not of the elect.
Yeah, that's why it's so weak. It's late. Yeah. Oh, well, go on. Okay, go on. Read more of yours. We'll get that out.
It says, and the Most High said unto Balaam, thou shalt not go with them. Thou shalt not curse the people, for they are blessed.
Yeah, you can't curse them, for they're blessed, man. It's basically down to the Lord. The Lord sets and that's why Esau can't get it, man. As if Esau was actually given the rule of the earth forever, bro, we'd be done. Even by Esau's own side, these guys are like, look, man, if we don't do something about the planet, we're not gonna make it. You got little girls just going, I should not be standing here. I should not be the one to say this. And This bitch, she should have been in school for the last 3 years, man. She's been outside the government building just saying why.
Who set her up, man? Who set her up, man? Like, shit.
Matthew chapter 24, verse 22. And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh. Verse 22. And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days should be shortened.
Yeah, them days have got to be shortened. Because Esau's you consider the main thing from the Industrial Revolution is what, that burning of fuel, that industrialization. That's just been destroying the planet since, man.
Toxicity.
Ozone layer been getting mashed up. They only recently recovered, man. Man, there was like, what, last year, the year before, they said the shit recovered. Esau's just been mashing up the planet, man. You go to, you look at the pollution index for like Beijing, for top cities, India, all these different places, because everyone's followed after Esau's ways. Just bare dirt, bro, bare filth, bare animals being made extinct. Why is what the fuck's going on, man? How can you have this man in rule forever, man?
Isaiah 24 and 5. The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof.
Yeah, the earth's defiled under the inhabitants, man. Anything it's considered, anything, you go to the shop, half the things you buy is covered in plastic, man. And that plastic's just gonna be, then you see a dolphin jump out of the ocean, cut its insides open, the nigga's got, them beer rings in there, he's got all kinds of plastic bags, they're fruit. Animals with all kinds of fruit, man. Man, in it says like, the average animal has thousands of microparticles of plastic in it. You just have to think like, what genius came up with this shit, man? God
Who's
damn.
the one dumping it in the ocean?
Yeah,
That's what I want to know. I put my shit in the bin. I don't know about the ocean, bro. Who did that?
It says, recycle. The funny thing is like China back in like what, the 80s, 90s, I can't remember. America started selling their recycling to China for China to recycle. But since China's developed, they basically now recycle their own stuff. So then they just chuck out the American stuff anyway, man, and dump it. Which is where half of this shit's coming from. So you got these guys just saying, yeah, we use a nigga talking about paper straws in fucking Starbucks. Give me a break, nigga. A paper straw in a big plastic cup. You genius, man.
Well, the clothes are made from plastic, man, for the most part.
All of the enough things that are just plastic and everything. Yeah. Plastic bags, they said a 5p for each plastic bag.
Now, Sainsbury's, fuck it.
That's weird. But you know what? That doesn't solve the solution because they're still making the bags. They're still making the bags.
Plastic bag, bro.
And I always forget when I go to the shop to take my bag back. I have to buy another one.
Like 300 plastic bags.
And in truth, man, it's like, it just shows you that Esau's a deep, because even in like Africa and parts of the Caribbean, you have bags that are made from straw, bags that are made from,
bamboo,
corn leaves,
all kinds.
We have pottery that you can fucking crush, put water and make something else with it. Basically,
brown paper bag, the
brown paper bag. Niggas holding that note. But no, for real, there's been, and the thing is there's been reusable basically methods of doing it. Even those like old granny bags where it's like made of mostly cloth, and then like a little metal or whatever in it. It's like that's there. So these are things that Esau's were palm trees. Yeah, Esau's basically just, a lot of it was just industrialization, and it was cheaper.
Consumerism.
Yeah, consumer. Because what a lot of these companies now, it's like Tesco. You got Tesco all over the country, man, all over the world. Then you have to think one company, they're just like, oh, we need to make hundreds of millions of fucking plastic bags with our branding on it. Well, the cheapest, easiest way is to just do that shit with plastic. But then and everything's got too big, man. Because that greed is just they just want everything, man. Think about it, Esau's economy is based on endlessly growing. That's just not even
the insatiableness of it.
Yeah, it's
insatiable.
It's a madness. Niggas are gonna be 81, still looking at these fucking stocks like go up.
Man's a billionaire.
He's on his deathbed, he's a multi-billionaire. Still wants to increase.
This is verse 4. It says, "The earth mourneth and fadeth away. The world language shift and fadeth away. The haughty people of the earth do languish. The earth,
Even those proud motherfuckers you got out here, it's affecting them, man. Why is everyone getting fucking cancer and all kinds of diseases, diabetes, gout? Everyone's been fucked up. And a lot of these health problems come from the lifestyle that comes from basically from all this so-called technological advancement. Everyone's become lazy. How many people fucking walk around, man? Once you get a car, how many people will just be like, I'm just gonna walk somewhere? Not many. How many people actually exercise? They might go to it's recently just past the 1st of January, so the gym's gonna be packed. In a week, the gym's gonna be empty, man. How many people actually work out and take time to look after themselves? Not many, man.
People don't even go collect their own fast food anymore.
Yeah, the guy, damn.
They weren't
Nigga
too
in
lazy
bed.
to cook it.
Just like, just there, just like, just bring the KFC to my door. That's it.
Revelation 11 and 18.
That's the one.
And the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come, and the time of the dead, that they should be judged, and that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants the prophets, and to the saints, and them that fear thy name, small and great, and shouldest destroy them which destroy the earth.
Yeah, destroy them that destroy the earth. That's the ultimate reward. Because the thing you have to consider is like it's your own house. It's where you got to reside. That's the funny thing is the people that are making an argument. It actually makes sense. You think about it, like this is the only planet we got. You just think, well, that's not true. But you know, from that point of view, I can understand why you'd be like, why would you destroy your own house? That's just like you're gonna be living in filth, dying. The fumes are killing you. You just there like, no, this is fine. That's the retarded mindset, man.
Yeah, it's like saying you don't shit on your own doorstep, man.
Yeah. And some Edomites will do that as well.
But Esau, you don't care.
No.
He really don't care. If there's profit involved in it, man, he'll do it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Yeah.
So how much you gonna pay me to do it? I'll be like, my draws are down already.
And he set up businesses which is the problem and the solution. So he's making money on every side of the whole equation, man.
because he's the devil.
That's right.
He's taxing on one side,
Yeah.
then getting a government subsidy on one
Yeah.
side, and the other side. Man, it's the hookup is.
I'm gonna pollute the earth, but I'm gonna be the one to clean it up too. And they're gonna pay me to go there and clean it up.
Yeah, it's like, oh, that's why carbon tax. The first thing is, oh, we're gonna tax. I'm like, nigga, what the hell? Is that fixing anything? Where's that money going? What's that doing for anyone? Is that stopping anyone from driving? If you guys gotta get to work and you ain't got an electric car, you're fucked. Congestion charge, all these things. It's just, you know, people have to do it. So you're just making money off them. And that's how everything, Esau's solution for everything, man.
Some breaking news. Iraqi air base housing US troops.
Oh yeah. I'm waiting for the further details now. We need to find the details. We need to know. We need to know how legit was the strike, who was hit, how many people died, how many American soldiers.
But you know what? That's the spirit, because the apostle's name is the year of prophecy. And it's been a couple of days. What's it? It's 4 days, isn't it?
4 days, 5th today.
Before what, 5th, 4th, I don't know. Or 4 days or some shit. And the fourth days, the things are popping off like popcorn, man. And guess what? Everything makes sense as to why towards the end of 2019, Esau was doing these false attacks and demonizing us. Because we're getting closer to the time. Because eventually the RFID chip has to come to pass. So as we're getting closer to the end, that's why it's time to get demonized, bro.
And also, at the end of the year, the name of Yahushua was put on blast in the news. And guess what? The spirit of prophecy is what? And it's Yahushua. When you read Revelations 19, Yahushua is the spirit of prophecy.
So someone might as well grab that.
You know, so it's prophecy, man. And it's beautiful to see. So it's not any time to like get complacent and fucking argue over bullshit, you know, or stay away from the doctrine. And now's the time to continue what you learn.
Because how well is that going to work out for you, mate? Prophecy, how are you going to recognize the prophecies or what's passing if you're jumping on bookie doctrines, mate? It's not going to help. Because that's a fit. Well, go and grab it.
Revelations 19 verse 10. And I fell at his feet to worship him. And he said unto me, see if thou do it not, I am thy fellow servant, and of a brethren that have the testimony of Yahushua. Worship God, for the testimony of Yahushua is the spirit of prophecy.
Yeah, the spirit of prophecy. That's how you know you're coming in the spirit of Yahushua. Because the thing is throughout, if you've been paying attention throughout the whole year, this shit's been escalating, man. That's why for everyone else, they're just like, oh my God. World War III, oh my God.
We're just here like,
Yeah, I'm like, nigga, I've done been keeping up on that. Yeah. This is just the latest salvo, man. Yeah. Nigga didn't know, man. All of a sudden, he went to the pumps one day, then it was like, wow, petrol cost 5p more. That was just after Saudi Arabia got hit, bro. Then it went back, it was like, oh, that's good. And now it's just like, wow, it costs a little more. I wonder what happened. Oh my God, World War III. Everyone, niggas are, no one pays attention, man. Everyone's being caught slipping, man. They've been caught with their drawers down. The sky's gonna be turning orange. The shit's gonna slip out into the toilet. They're gonna be like, oh my God. But no, we already there. We done been telling y'all it's the time, man. That's why it's the last minute to start talking some funny shit. Because you should. And the funny thing is you in the US you got you got the Trump impeachment and you got basically the 2020 elections coming up, man. So it's that spicy time for some shit to pop off. It'll be excellent if Trump could get a state of emergency. Then all that would have to go. Look, no, stop. We're at war.
The mistake is also, man, hearing all this stuff happening right now, and people out here don't think it means anything to them. Because you're here in England, away from the situation, you don't think nothing's happening because you're in England, right? That's the mistake. That's why the law is going to come as a thief in the night, because everything's just going to come upon you one day. You're like, right, how did it get here?
Yeah. Because we're going on too.
So I was going to say that one of my favourite scenes in the movie was in London Has Fallen, where basically the opposition guy was basically like saying for far too long the war has been over there, but now we're going to bring it to your doorstep because, hey, like you're saying, the UK's been at war and America's been at war with Afghanistan since 2003. Who here's actually felt it?
Ain't no one felt that shit.
These weaker nations, these so-called weaker nations. You know what I mean? But like I said, when it's time, because it's not that time just yet, but it's getting to that time where war is going to be fought on your doorstep. Yeah. You're going to have to worry about bombs dropping from the sky and things like that. You're going to have to worry about that. Okay, right now it's calm. That's just happening to them fucking Arabs and shit, in the Middle East, man.
Yeah. Well,
but that's not always going to be the case.
Because what's that? The new Modern Warfare. Because it's funny, the old Modern Warfare, they had the attack in
London.
In London, Modern Warfare 3. Now in the new one they had, it was in Hackney Wick, where they said like there was some terrorists in there. They bust in the house. So I was like, oh, imagine that. London always coming up as a focal point.
And another point on it, right? Because was it World War One? Was it the assassination of that Franz Ferdinand dude? Right? It started with an assassination. Right? That prompted the rest of the war.
Even
this guy Suleiman, there could be a same catalyst for that.
He got flamed. He got carpet bombs.
Because there's always a road to the World War. Yeah. There's always these steps, and they like to go around focal points. This is a point in time where this is going to play its part.
Because they likened it to basically killing Pence. Yeah. He's basically the second command in Iran, and they assassinated him.
Yeah. So it's and the thing is they said there's going to be retaliation. He said 3 days in mourning, then there's going to be retaliation. So when I saw that attack earlier, I saw it and I was like, okay. So I'm like, I need to make sure of the days. But it's obviously there's going to be retaliation. But the thing is it's not like they're not going to send fucking troops over to paraglide into the fucking US and start massacring San Francisco. But hey, the thing is it's that escalation, man. And people don't pay attention. A lot of things happen and it drops out of their memory, man. But hey, a lot of things, it's like Syria. How many people actually know there's still a conflict that's been ongoing? A lot of these conflicts been going on it's Iraq. That shit's from when the fuck did the war in Iraq start, bro? Forever ago. God damn, I'm like, nigga. There's still fresh, hot news coming out of Iraq, bro.
Hey, next year you're gonna be having uni students starting their first year of uni, and they're starting it. The war started before they were even born, man. That's how long that war's been going on.
Revelation chapter 11 verse 14. The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly.
That's right.
Yeah, and this is what people don't realise. These things have been set up. Because like the brother mentioned, the assassination of Franz Ferdinand, it's the same thing with World War II. When Hitler invaded fucking Poland,
that was it.
I think it was Poland. Yeah, 1939 invaded Poland. everyone was just, oh, well, fuck Poland. and then afterwards, then when France was getting blitzkrieg, they were just like,
do something
yo,
about it.
dog. It's like,
We should do
yo,
something
British,
about
yo, Brit, you gonna support? They're like, yo, you gonna help us out? What's up? Then man had to, then all kinds of retreating was done. Then fucking Russia was getting invaded, everyone was getting invaded, like.
How was Jimmy allowed to get so close?
Yeah, no, it's funny because that man was lax as hell. But it's the same here. People are lax. That's why they, and the thing is all them false flags. You had that guy in London Bridge like end of last year where he was stopped by like some nigga with a ceremonial horn, man. That, you know, that's not some real shit. That's just a whack job. But then it's the thing is with the false flags, it might be like the shit in Manchester. Well, it's gonna ramp up regardless. The heat's gonna be brought up because Esau needs that justification. Esau's about that craft, man. The shit needs to come out. It needs to be seem like, oh yeah, everyone needs to be. Once that chip comes out, everyone needs to be clamoring and dying to get one of them chips implanted up their arse crack. That's what Esau wants, man. So he's going to create the climate where that's going to happen. People are going to clamor for safety, man.
Quick precept, just on the point of what you said. 1 Thessalonians 5:3. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape.
Yeah. How many women? The funny thing is I don't know why I say the funny thing. It's like miscarriages are not as fucking rare as you think they are. But how many times do people actually hear about a miscarriage happening? But that shit happens often. So you're thinking like, oh, a woman gets pregnant, it's all good. Especially with a woman, if a woman's like over 35, then she has way more chance for miscarriage. So it's peak. But people aren't really there. People don't really consider that. So that's the same thing. You're just thinking like, oh wow, you know, the baby, good times. You think good times are just gonna continue on. Then all of a sudden, then it's just like, oh shit. Reality comes, man. How many motherfuckers out here actually think? The thing is I was listening to some guy today, and he was talking about how in the 80s, was it the 80s? Yeah. When there was a Cold War was going on, they regularly had to just do drills, just in case like, oh, the Soviets, fired nukes at the US. So you need to know the drill of what to do if the warning comes. That was just regular, that was normal. In that time, you're just gonna have to be like, wow, at any point, I could get disintegrated and annihilated. It's gonna be fresh in your mind. But now that's completely gone. Everyone's been lulled into peace. The last big thing to happen to America was what, 9/11. And then since then, people are just kind of, that's how long ago? It was like, what, 19 years ago now? 19 odd years. So people are super comfy, man.
They changed the narrative to domestic terrorism in that time. Because they got to implicate the American people too.
Yeah, you know.
You know what I mean? It's not just the Arab terrorists, it's the whole terrorists too.
Drone terrorism.
You know, because really America's been on the offensive ever since 9/11. You know, they've been at these Arab nations since then, even more so.
And
you know,
that's what's gonna happen. Like Esau slowly, quickly, he's making Jake's the new face of terrorism.
You just shift the rules, man.
Shift the rules
by which you justify it. Because you had where was it? There was a guy in Paris that stabbed someone the other day. They were saying they're considering it terrorism. And there's a lot of the ones that happen in the States, they're saying, we consider this domestic terrorism. As long as he's not white. If he's white, then it's, he has psychological problems.
Psychological, we need to take the guns away.
His brain wasn't quite right. You couldn't let these insane people get guns. But if it's a nigga, he's a terrorist, and put him in Guantanamo, I won't see his face ever again.
At times, what they say, he was inspired by watching XYZ. Yeah. He searched up. When he seen a Jake with a journal? Some Jake from the block with a journal. He's handwritten.
And it's just conveniently there.
Because they implicate. You can't even write, man.
Nah, for real, you can't. No nigga in the hood.
With a journal, bro. I understand if it's his phone. Nigga said journal.
Hey, they've been putting that image of Jake since the Woolwich attacks over here, you know. And now this Jake brother was bringing it out. He looks rough as hell. Beard ain't lined up, nothing.
Yeah, but then it says that he was inspired by Jake.
That's right.
By the Israelites.
So that's the.
It was more demonic than that. He just said it references the evil. Never said it references it positively or negatively. So he could have been cursing us out. He could have been saying them Hebrew Israelites, they talk all this good stuff, but they don't do nothing.
Well,
That's why I zoomed in on the beard.
Yeah.
The uncut, zoomed in, yo. Israelite.
Sprinkle some crack on it. Sprinkle some Israelite on it.
Yeah, but anytime some white person does anything, it's not, he was influenced by white supremacy or nothing like that, you know. Never that.
He was unhinged.
He was a good Christian. A good Christian man. What happened? We don't know.
Yeah, like remember that Edomite who went up in the church? No, not the one who went in the church and shot up Jakes. Right? It was like he was bugged out. You know,
he wasn't well. He needed help.
Well, but that's why. Hey, but you know, like.
You got help.
But that's why it's important to be serious, man, in these times, man. Because, like, you know, you might come with truth. Yeah, it's just you're just truth, not a Boy Scout, man. A time's gonna come where you're just gonna kick down your fucking door, man.
You know?
Revelations 12 and 12. Therefore, rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea.
Destruction to them, man. Because that's the time it's coming to. The thing is if you've been paying attention, you would already know that ain't no good times are coming, man. Bruv, the thing is you gotta realize this is actually a prison camp for an Israel. If you're an Israelite and you're thinking about good times, this is a prison camp for you, man. Everything out here has basically been made and set up for your destruction. So it shouldn't be a new thing. Oh, they want to destroy. Oh, excellent. I already knew, man. Great. I'm already prepared, man. But Jake out here, they're asleep. They don't know, man. They don't know the destruction's what's waiting. And the thing is the judgments of the Lord. Certain men are gonna have, are gonna have destruction visited upon them for the glory of the Lord, man. You know, might have their heads chopped off. All kinds of amazing things are gonna happen, man. So that's what your mind needs to be in the gear of, man. Of getting fucked up for this word, man.
For the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time.
Yeah, and Esau, mercy is never a word you would associate with a so-called white man. I don't know, when was the last time an Edomite had mercy, man? This is the origins of these so-called white people. Is that, their great-granddaddy, he sold his birthright. Then afterwards, he was so pissed off that he sold it, that he wasn't gonna get it. Then he was like, I'm gonna kill him. This nigga, this is the kind of guy you're dealing with, man. The kind of maniac, man. And the thing is he's basically been given, he's been given up until the limit of what the Lord's gonna stop. He can do whatever the fuck he wants, man. And there's a lot of crazy, wacky shit he wants to get down with, man. And you're gonna see it manifesting more and more. How the fuck? Imagine you're just in an airport. You're just out there drinking some Starbucks, thinking about flying out to Kuwait or whatever. Then a fucking strike just comes in from off the horizon and blows your ass up, man. I saw a picture earlier, one guy just sitting there roasted, bro. Man I was like, God, that nigga might have just been watching TV, man. He could have been 12, man, just there roasted. I'm like, there's no mercy in that. That's the kind of shit Esau's gonna get down with. It's like my guy, man, Jimenez, man. Back in what was it, 2007, 8? Yeah. When my man got lenged off, he couldn't speak no English. He was like, speaking Portuguese or whatever the fuck. Then he tried to run off. I'm like, you shoved a gun in this nigga's face. He don't speak no English. Get on the ground! Then it's like you just bust shots, man. His wig got pushed back. Esau ain't got no mercy, man.
That's why you ain't gonna get no mercy.
He shall show judgment without mercy.
Violence is universal.
That's why the Lord. That's why the Lord don't mind these people getting mashed up, man. That's why I said when Yahushua was on the cross, it was a sweet savor. The Lord, he said what he's the Lord of hosts, man, the Lord of armies. He gets down with war. So you know he's gonna that Esau's gonna bring in a certain level of war. But then it's really it's when Yahushua makes his return, his script's gonna be flipped.
That's right.
Second Ezra, the 16th chapter and the 70th verse. For there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. They shall be like madmen.
It says a great, mean it's going to be mass. You know, it's going to be very publicized. You know?
It's probably
Them guys!
Yes, it's gonna be on TV. They're gonna be like, you got these niggas. These guys have been, anything, man.
Yeah.
Esau can spin. Esau's the spin doctor, bro.
Yeah.